Welcome to the Weird But Wonderful podcast. This is last week's episode. If you'd like to get today's episode, you can head over to patreon.com/mypixelpersona and get episodes a week early by supporting the show. Either way, enjoy the episode. I'll talk to you next time. Peace. Of March 2020, Sunday, 11:03 a.m. It's your weekly dose of weirdness with me, your strawberry-infused, irresistibly smooth caramel and macadamia-filled host, James Carlisle. It's you and I together, following our dreams, taking a journey into the minds of strange people, doing strange things. You and I are here to understand humanity and decode what it is that makes people do what they do. You know, why are people doing what they do? What influences their behavior? And we do this with our psychology journals, our peer-reviewed studies, our ridiculous news stories, and occasionally misconnections. But at the top of the show, very special thank you to the supporters on Patreon, Shane, Sam, our producer patron Sam. You guys make this all possible. I love you. You're a treat. You're a delight. You're beautiful. If you're not yet a subscriber, you want to support the show, you want to get extra goodies, episodes early, all that fun stuff, patreon.com/mypixelpersona. Go check out the tiers. Go get your mitts around some extra goodness. But at the top of the show, I wanted to talk about a guy named Liam. He started dating a girl named Amanda, and she was, quote, the perfect girlfriend. The perfect girlfriend, couldn't get any better. He thought that this was going to lead to a pretty serious relationship. But after 4 months, he realized she wasn't quite what he was looking for. However, Amanda clearly had deeper feelings, and when she started talking about traveling overseas together, he knew he had to find an escape route. If you've been dating someone for 4 months, is that too early to be discussing traveling overseas together? Surely that just seemed, I don't know. I've been with my wonderful girlfriend for, coming up on 13 years this year. So I've been out of the dating game. I've missed it all. I've missed Tinder, Bumble, What's Kick. I've skipped all of it. Haven't had to dip into any of that stuff. So I don't know. What is in 2020 is 4 months an acceptable amount of time to be dating before we're discussing potentially, hitting up the wonders of Bali together? Let me know at One Weird Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I genuinely would like to know, because I don't know. I'm a dating dumbo. I'm a dating dumbo, okay? And that's going to obviously be my sister podcast to Weird But Wonderful, Dating Dumbo, where I just sort of get people in who are seasoned dating professionals and learn, about the dating game and fill me in on the weird and wonderful techniques. I've heard that Tinder is all about the opening line. Seems like a lot of pressure, the opening line. What's the best opening line? Well, tune in to Dating Dumbo to find out. But anyway, Liam told news.com.au I wasn't brave enough to tell her right away. I knew she'd be devastated because she told a mutual friend that she wanted to marry me someday. Again, 4 months. Seems too early to even be joking about that, maybe. Let me know. Again, dating dumb over here. I have no idea. Quote, there was no way I wanted to marry her. Ugh, okay. I liked her, but I wasn't in love with her. Hey, it's not you. It's me, but it's definitely you. I'd broken up with girls before, and it was always the biggest drama. So this time I thought I'd go a bit of a different way. So that's when I started slowly ghosting her. In his words, gradual ghosting, which I like. Sounds a lot less harsh than just ghosting. I ghosted him. No, I'm giving them the gradual ghost. I started by only returning 20% of her phone calls. Okay. It's very specific. This is it. See, again, I'm learning. The gradual ghost is very specific numbers. So only returned 20% of the phone calls. Then I only communicated through text. I'm not proud of how I treated her. I came up with all sorts of excuses not to see her and stopped having sex with her when we did catch up. Yeesh. Okay. Amanda eventually, quote, got the hint when Liam told her he was too busy to celebrate her birthday, and then she had the guts to officially end it herself. Kind of, look, Liam, I don't know you. I don't want to judge. You know, to each their own. I know it's difficult to hurt someone's feelings, particularly when they're more invested in a relationship than you are. You know, I watch maths, so I'm very aware of how difficult it is to tell someone that you're not into them anymore, and how devastating that can be for other people. All of my relationship knowledge coming from Married at First Sight. So, you know, I get it. I get it. Having third-hand experience from sitting on the couch watching it on my television, I understand it can be difficult. But for her to turn around and end it herself kind of makes you look like a bit of a bitch. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You should have sacked it up and just done what she did and fucking ended it instead of dragging it out for however fucking long you did and then saying, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm too busy to come see you on your birthday. That's the shittiest move ever, dog. You suck. Hey, Liam. Again, don't want to judge you, but you suck. Irrefutably. So she had the guts to finally end it. Oh, shouts out to Amanda, but really, Liam should have been fucking... Liam's dicking around here. He's piss farting around. I don't like it. I don't like it. She ended it by text, and I don't blame her for that, he said. I was a coward, really. I just got her to do the dirty work. I don't even care for people acknowledging it. I don't, you know, when someone thinks that they're like, hey, I owned it, so therefore I'm partially absolved of even having done it in the first place. I don't fuck with that. I don't get down with that. Just when people are like, well, you know, at least they owned it, or at least they had the courage and to come out and say that, you know, they are aware that they're in the wrong. That doesn't make it any better. Just because they're aware that they did a shitty thing doesn't and shouldn't absolve them of anything. A lot of opinions over here. Even more opinions on Dating Dumbo. Tune in on Wednesdays at 7. Sure. Author and documentary maker Rusty Young admits he slowly ghosted a woman he'd been in a relationship with. He refers to his experience as partial ghosting. A lot of flimsy terminology being thrown around in this article, might I add. No. I didn't ghost them. I partially ghosted them. Oh, no, I didn't ghost them. I gradually ghosted them. A lot of limp dick dudes not fucking taking responsibility for their actions. Again, see, you can tell that I'm a maths viewer because, again, a lot of judgment for people that I don't know. Quote, our relationship was over and I was transitioning out of Colombia at the time, but we stayed in touch and there was a lot of mutual attraction and respect. Yes, a lot of genuine respect for someone as I'm partially ghosting them. But a year later, she'd still be sending me selfies, bikini photos, and messages appearing at 3 a.m. due to the time difference. I found it uncomfortable and told her, but she didn't stop. I didn't want to block her because I found that cowardly and disrespectful. So that's when I discovered partial ghosting. Rusty started using the mute feature on several platforms, stepping into the grey area of ghosting and not ghosting. Shut the fuck up, Rusty. It's partial ghosting. This is willful ignorance, you piece of shit. All you're doing is on select platforms, he's pulling the wool over his own eyes to be like, oh, did I get a message or didn't I? I have no idea. Rusty doesn't know. Again, I'm saying I don't want to judge people, but then I'm just going on and judging them. But hey, at least I'm admitting it, you know, and that partially absolves me of it. You can mute a conversation for 8 hours or 1 day or forever. So it gives you a range of tools to slow things down. I like that, tools. Yes, I'm using a lot of the tools that Zuckernuts and Jack over on Twitter have given me so that I can slow things down in this relationship. And the other person isn't aware of it, he says. Sneaky tools here, Rusty. It worked out very well because I was previously feeling anxious anytime I went online to answer questions from readers or reply to other emails. She would see I'm online and start chatting to me, and when I wasn't responding to her, I'd feel guilty and anxious. I understand that, and I feel I may have been a little harsh on Rusty. I get that. You know, sometimes you just want to get in, jump on, do your thing, and kind of not be, you know, I don't want to say harassed, but bothered. You know, I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to get in, do my thing, and not feel bad about it. But by muting her, I got around it by not knowing she was there, and she eventually got the message that I wasn't interested in chatting at all times. Again, it's pulling the wool over your own eyes. That's all these tools are. It's interesting to see the psychological gymnastics we all perform to think of ourselves as good people. Exactly. Like another episode that we did here on Weird But Wonderful called The Better Than Average Effect. Go check that out. Go take a dip into the insane things we will tell ourselves to make ourselves seem and feel better, particularly in comparison to others, and how we'll only focus on the negative things that others do and only focus on the positive things that we do. Go check it out. In real life, if I had a problem with someone, I'd just say so. But online, there's so much pressure to be responding all the time. It's not just a matter of blocking on one platform because they'll find you on another one, and it just drags it out. So muting is a great way around ghosting. Look, I don't think when and again, I don't know Rusty, and I don't want to put him on blast, even though I've been putting him on blast this whole episode. But to say, oh, you know, in real life, if I had a problem with someone, I would just say it. But, you know, online, there's just so much pressure to be responding all the time. I think you'd probably handle it in the same way in person. You know what I mean? If someone's like, hey, we should hang out, instead of being like, oh, you know, I don't really think we should hang out, you'd probably be like, yeah, definitely, we should hang out sometime. Hey, send me a message and we'll organize a time. And then that way, you know, I'm never going to see that message. I got you muted. Oh, yeah, shoot me an email. Straight to my junk box. Never seen it. So a lot of great tools, you know. A lot of wonderful tools for, you know, gradual ghosting, partial ghosting, willful ignorance, pulling the wool over your own eyes, deluding yourself. A lot of great tools online for doing that stuff. So thank you, Rusty. Thank you, Liam, for imparting such, you know, weird but wise information. It's the third podcast, Weird But Wise. Now, I'd like to take you to a wonderful place online where people in their select cities reach out to the internet in hopes of finding someone they had a brief encounter with in the world. And that wonderful place is called Misconnections. And we're going to start in downtown Bellingham, Washington. Good friend of mine, Colin, lives in Bellingham, Washington, which is why I like to frequent their Misconnections. Because it's a small town, they're kind of crazy, and they post a lot on Misconnections. If you look up Misconnections in Australia, like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, hardly anyone having Misconnections. Bellingham, Washington, swimming in Misconnections. You ran up to me, said I have pretty hair, and ran away. Why did you take off? Did I scare you? Do I smell bad? You were cute. I'm single, and that was a nice thing to say. Should have asked me my name. What a waste of a handsome face and penis. Sorry? What was that last bit? What a waste of a handsome face and penis. Okay. Now I'm wondering if this guy ran up to them pantsless. And just because I feel like it's a superfluous detail to add, you know. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I know my dick's out right now. Just wanted to say, great hair, bye. Ah, yes, and what a handsome penis he had. What a waste. You know, I like a brave, handsome penis. None of these cowardly, handsome penises. This one's titled Invest. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. Kind of overwhelming, but you made it here. My parents moved here in 1989 on purpose. They invested in real estate. Thanks to them, I earned an education in art and art history. Have worked at many museums and galleries around the Puget Sound. Don't laugh, it worked for Kate Middleton. My mum and dad left a trust fund to me. I'm a 60-year-old female seeking a high-quality male who knows how to invest money, live well, and ballroom dance. My first ever job was a lifeguard and swimming teacher. Synchronized swimmer as well. I'll save your life. Scout's honor. Parentheses. I was a brownie when I was 7, but never did become a Girl Scout. First of all, what? Because that seems like the insane ramblings of a madman. And second of all, I've never really seen someone put out a message on the internet asking for someone to swindle them so badly. This may be the greatest swindle beacon I've ever seen. Just a big old Batman-style logo in the swindle sky. The swindle beacon's out again. Ring-a-ding-ding, come get it. I'm seeking a high-quality scam artist. Seeking a high-quality man who knows how to pilfer money. Invest. A man who knows how to spend my money on expensive shit. Live well. And ballroom dance. Hi, Margaret. As you can see, I'm a high-quality man. Very good at investing money. I know how to live well. Unfortunately, I can only somber. Get the fuck out of here, then! Looking for a student or licensed professional. This is still in Bellingham, Washington, by the way. Looking for a student or licensed professional who would like to supplement their income by providing a haircut while wearing a bikini. Would prefer one girl for an ongoing thing. I'm a quick number all over. Takes 10 minutes or less. Compensation can be discussed. Thank you and hope to hear from you soon. Please reply with pics, age, experience, and the compensation you're looking for. Thank you. Just a quick dip in, dip out. Hey, why though? If your haircut takes 10 minutes or less, why do you care what the person's wearing? And also, why do you need a haircut from someone in a bikini? Look, can some things just not be about pervy fuckiness? Just a handful of stuff. And we'll all get together and we'll select what those things are. Can one of them be a haircut? I just want to get my hair cut. Can do that? Oh, no, Greg wants a bikini cut, does he? Pervy little fucky boy Greg wants a bikini cut, does he? Thanks, Greg. Thanks for ruining it for everyone. Can you not be a rego dude and get a normal-ass haircut? Nah, I want him in a bikini while I'm getting a trim. Oh, good. Good. Fucking. Can you not think about fucking for 10 minutes? Like you said, it takes 10 minutes to get your hair cut. Why does your haircut need to be cut by someone in a bikini? If you can make a good enough point for why someone should be in a bikini for you to get your hair cut, then everyone else will get together and we'll see if we allow it. But right now, no. You pervy fucko weirdo. Again, no judgment. No judgment here on this podcast. Live your life. Do you. Shine on, you crazy diamond. But stop turning everything into fuckiness. Websites offering pornographic content in the United States are seeing a growing interest for COVID-19 related porn among its users, according to a report by Vice. I know that I just got done saying less fuckiness, and now we're talking about a story where people are literally looking for coronavirus content in their pornography. And I should have thought about putting these stories back to back, but I didn't. And I didn't think about that. So we're just going to go with it, okay? Because and while we're reading this story, let's all keep in mind, hey, at least we're not looking for someone to wear a bikini while cutting our hair. A search for the term coronavirus on Pornhub yielded at least 112 videos featuring sexually explicit content where hazmat suits and face masks are involved. A performer-creator duo for the platform that goes under the handle Spicy X Rice told Vice that they have made a COVID-19 related video specifically for viewers at Wuhan in Hubei, China, which has been identified as the epicenter of the outbreak. Again, if you're in Wuhan or you have coronavirus, are you randy for content, pornographic content that includes the coronavirus? Because you're looking for something that so specifically relates to you in any situation that that's what you need to nut? Because if it is, that's weirdly specific of you. Okay? I'm going to get back to the story now. I feel weird. I feel weird about the whole stitch. I don't know what's weirder. If you're into that content or if you're the one making it. I feel like if you're making it, you can somewhat feel justified and be like, well, hey, there's an audience for it, so I'm not the weirdo. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Who would be, or neither of them, they're all, hey, both parties are fine. You want to make coronavirus pornography? Go right ahead. There's an audience for coronavirus pornography. You go right ahead also. Both of these parties are not strange at all. Let me know your thoughts at One Weird Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Quote, we personally know people actually stuck in Wuhan and made it with them in mind. One half of the duo, identified as Spicy, said to Vice, we personally know people actually stuck in Wuhan and made it with them in mind. Okay. It kind of gives me, who are those brothers? They're like brothers on YouTube and their whole content is like they're sending each other a video each day, but it's like about a topic, but like it's clearly not for the brothers anymore, although maybe that's how it started, but now that's just their content. And they're like, I'll see you tomorrow, whatever the fuck. I don't watch their channel, but is that kind of what this is? It's like, hey, well, I make pornography. I know people in Wuhan. I made the coronavirus porn for them. It's for my friends. Spicy believes that people would be interested in COVID-19 porn in the same way that viewers who claim to be afraid of their own shadows have an affinity for horror movies. I think I like horror movies because at midnight, I think I've told this story on the podcast before. One Halloween at midnight, my family were playing. I think the board game's called Nightmare, and you put like you had to put like a VHS tape in the VCR, and then when you started the game, and then the dude came up, and progressively he like just sort of comes out and screams at you, and you got to stop and do what he says, and he's getting like more terrifying looking as the time goes on. Way too young to be subjected to that. I wasn't playing the game, but I was there while the whole thing was happening. So thank you, my family. And then after that, the Halloween film was on. The 1978 original, and cop comes in, bang, bang, shoots Michael Myers, goes off the balcony, cop runs back in. You guys sweet? Cool. Goes back over to the balcony, looks down, boom. Mikey's gone. And my little dumb baby brain thinking, I've seen him commit these crimes. He's still out there. Now he's coming to get me. So I think I was mentally scarred into liking horror films. So maybe this relates, not too sure. Quote, we're all searching for things that make us come alive. COVID-19 is something that brings fear and mystery to pretty much everyone in the world right now. You need to be able to feel something. And what better to make you feel something than a global crisis we're all in right now? What? That is the strangest explanation for everything. Hey, we need to feel something right now, and we're all real terrified about this COVID-19 virus that's spreading around, and there's like a global crisis right now. We've just got to feel something and not. What? I like to tear a nut. Oh, okay. Another couple told Vice that they have also produced a PSA-style video with information on how to put on a face mask correctly to raise awareness about COVID-19 to users on the platform. But does it then get into, like, sex stuff? Because how does that video start? Hi, yes, welcome to our instructional video, and this is how you put on a mask. Mark's going to be putting on the mask while he has sex with Amanda over here. And so it's going to be, because again, we are on Pornhub, so there's going to be a baseline of sex happening, but then it's also a PSA video. We do want you to leave with the necessary information. So the putting on the mask stuff we'll take very seriously, and that is a serious demonstration of how to put on and use a medical mask, but also because of, the context shapes the media, there will be a base level of fucking happening while you're learning. You're welcome. A spokesperson for X Hamster, a separate platform, also told Vice that there is an overwhelming surge in signups for users in regions severely affected by COVID-19. Oh, is that because they can't be fucking? That makes sense. Okay. So, because you can't really go out and like mingle with people, You can't go have one-night stands and have sex with people because, you know, this touching will make the virus spread and people are afraid of that. What do? You bust it. But what's top of mind right now? Well, the virus still. Okay, good. So porn about that then? Still strange. Last month, the website offered free premium accounts to users in those areas. It added that the demand was so overwhelming that the website had difficulties approving new signups in time. Jesus. Also kind of, it feels so weird when someone would use a crisis like this, whether it's a national crisis, international crisis, whatever, any type of crisis as a form of like marketing and advertising for their business. Doesn't that seem dirty and weird and wrong and weird and wrong? Just a big banner that says, can't fuck, come to xhamster.com, C-U-M to xhamster.com. Vice reported that some videos turned up by the coronavirus search term also feature individuals claiming to be under quarantine who appeared to be using the opportunity to earn money from the platforms. It also stated that most videos are just capitalizing on the outbreak as they have the words COVID-19 in their titles, but do not actually appear to show any related content. That's your clickbait right there. That's my definition of clickbait. When something is not only misleading, but it's not even represented whatsoever. You know what I mean? What are we learning? People are using a pandemic as a way to advertise their platforms. People are making a quick fuck buck, making it virus related, shame on you. But to the other people, instructional and informational video, so that one gets by, you know? It's still, because again, it has to acknowledge that it's on a porn platform, has to be a base level of fucking, but taking away useful information. So it's like, I can forgive that, you know, because I'm not very judgmental, as we've learned in this episode. And a very, very, very brief trip we'll take right now to Slidell, Louisiana, where a driver was recently pulled over for having an expired license plate. The tag license plate expired in 1997. Quote, "We can't make this stuff up," the department captioned in a photo of the expired plate. The driver reportedly told police, "Sorry, officer, I've been busy lately and totally forgot to renew my vehicle registration. I'll take care of it as soon as I get home." Oh, hey, officer, look, you know, the past 23 years, I'm going to be honest with you, been a bit of a doozy. They have, oh man, these past 23 years really slipped through my fingers. You know, time again, over these past 23 years, time, it just got away from me, you know? Hey, I promise you this. I've had it on my to-do list every single day for 20 years. I just keep moving it to the next day. You know how it is. You know, things come up. There's not enough hours in the day, you know? Buy the bread, buy the milk, do the laundry, go to the washing, do the work, blah, blah, blah. You know, you just run out of time. You bump it to the next day for 23 years. You know how it is. Anyways, I guess I'll finally rectify my 23-year-old crime when I get home. Hey, pinky swear. Pinky swear promise, when I get home, I will finally... Again, I've got it on my to-do list for today, as you can see, and I make a solemn swear to you now that I will not move... Well, I do have the game to watch when I get home this afternoon. And then I do have the lawn to... Look, you know what? First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to sort out this whole vehicle registration. Well, no, I've got that guy coming around to look at the trailer. Immediately after the trailer... I'm going to take care of that. Well, I do have... Just do it already! 23 years? And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Head over to One Weird Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with all the goings on. Go there, see what's going on. Keep up with all of it. And again, very special thank you to the patrons, Shane, Sam, our producer patron, Sam. I say it every week, but it means the absolute world to me to know that I've got your support and you're digging what I'm doing so much that you want to, you know, commit your bucks to it and keep this thing going. And, you know, it's really, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's very hard to put into words to make something and have people not only tune in and, listen to it or consume it and enjoy it, but it's another thing. It's just on a whole other level for someone to be like, and here's money for it. So, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. And if you'd like to support the show, you're digging what I'm doing here, you want to support me, you can head over to patreon.com/mypixelpersona, check out the tiers, get your hands on extra content, updates, early releases of episodes by subscribing today. Don't forget that if you are a patron subscriber, there's a special RSS feed. Throw it into whatever podcast platform you use. It'll create like a separate version of the show, which you will get the early episodes in there, as well as the episodes with the bonus Patreon exclusive content. I'm also thinking about doing an extra episode a month, which is just for patrons. And I don't know if that's going to be the exact same, like if it's just going to be another episode of the show or if it'll be something different, but a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on. I'm also working on some artwork for some stuff, but that'll go up on the social media, and I'll talk more about it here when that stuff's happening. But you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at mypixelpersona. Thank you so much for listening. Share the show with a friend. Leave a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps people find the show. Share the show with one friend this week, a family member, a colleague, a co-worker, a loved one. Say, hey, you know what partial ghosting is? Check out this podcast. This has been episode 56. Come back for episode 57. I love ya. I'll leave ya. But I'll see you next time. Peace.